Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no more.
All right, y'all. Y'all are on my head, and I love it. So I dropped the Will Spencer's arm stop going numb video, and I think maybe an hour before, maybe an hour after the synopsis for episode 9 leaked, and y'all were in the comment section like, look, where we at, sis? We need the episode 9 synopsis video. And I'm coming through with it. I stopped what I was doing so that I can film this video, and I'm going to drop it ASAP. So y'all got 2 videos today. If you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to your girl because I'm coming in hot, all hiatus. All right, so we're gonna talk about this episode 9 synopsis, y'all. It's mad vague, but I got some thoughts. I got some predictions. I have a little bit of things working in my brain. But if you haven't already, make sure you go and check out my video, Will Spencer's arm stop going numb. I dropped that as well today, and I think that this is crazy because I actually filmed that video earlier in the week and just released it today, but it's going to tie into what I talk about here. And I also have a few other videos linked in the description box down below that will also help get you ready for episode 9 when it returns on April 12th, so check that out. But without further ado, let me read the synopsis. The episode is called Testify, and the synopsis says, making the right choice. Spencer is upset with Olivia, which leaves him to face some difficult truths of his own. Olivia makes things even worse, leaving Billy, Laura, and Jordan worried. Billy is in search of a kicker and holds school tryouts and is surprised at who the number 1 candidate turns out to be. Meanwhile, Montez gives Asher a tough choice about his football career, and Coop makes a decision about school after talking with her mom. Also in this episode, we will see Layla and Grace. All right, y'all. We can see in the episode 9 mini preview trailer. I can't even call it a trailer because they give us literally 7 seconds at the end of episode 8. But we already knew that Spencer was upset with Olivia because we see him yelling into the phone, telling her that she needs to get help. But what I want to focus in on from this synopsis is that it says, which leaves him to face some difficult truths of his own. Y'all, this is the Spencer awakening season. My bro had to hit rock bottom. He had to fall. He had to stumble. He had to make some missteps. But I can see Spencer is about to go through some real self-reflection, some real revelation. And I think that this part of the synopsis is really speaking to him getting to a place of understanding that he can't save everyone. We started to see this with, episode 8, and he talked about he should have never called himself the resource for Crenshaw because everybody's the resource. It's not just him. But I think that this part of the statement in the synopsis where it says, which leaves him to face some difficult truths of his own, starts to speak to that point. He can't save everyone. No matter how much he loves them, no matter how much he cares, no matter how much he will step in front of a bullet for somebody, at the end of the day, people have to be able to save themselves. And this is something that is a reoccurring theme for Spencer. Coop said it when she did her whole little dramatic "we can't be friends no more" at the cabin. She wanted him to believe that she could save herself. Layla reiterates this basically to a point in reference to him jumping back into a relationship with her and going down this road in the hopes of appeasing her and not giving her the benefit of the doubt that she would be strong enough to handle that his feelings had changed, that there had been a shift. Ultimately, that means that she could save herself. She didn't need him to do that in this moment. And honestly, I think that this whole thing with Olivia and the car crash and her drinking is going to be something that makes this come again full circle, but specifically with his relationship with Olivia. Because ultimately, he can love Olivia down. Y'all know, Spencer loves Olivia. That is without question. But Olivia got to love herself enough to do better for herself. He is powerless right now. And I think that that is part of the difficult truth that he is going to face. Now, when I say part, that means that there's more than one piece, right? There's more than one piece. Well, E, what is it? Erica, what is it? I'm sorry to tell y'all, but the other part is I think that the difficult truth that he's going to face is that him and Olivia cannot be together right now. This is not the right time. I think he's going to discover that he doesn't want to start their relationship off this way, and that is the dialogue that we're going to see. And y'all, whew, it's gonna be a rough one for us, but I honestly, if this is what comes to be, I'm going to be very, very excited and proud of Spencer to make that choice because, again, you can love somebody down, but you have to do what's best for you in every situation and not in a selfish way, but in a self-preservation way. If you can't be your best self for you, you can't be your best self for anybody else, and that is what I think we're going to see. And y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. This got me nervous, but it also has me excited. So I want to announce now that I am going to be doing an episode 9 pre-party. So before episode 9 premieres at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to do a live. We gonna chop it up. We are going to talk about our predictions. What are we gonna expect? Share how we feeling about the show and just kiki. If you missed it, I did an episode 8 after party, which was absolutely lit. I enjoyed it so much that I'm going to come back with this episode 9 pre-party and we gonna get it popping. So check the link in the description box so that you can sign up because I'm going to do it similar to how I did the episode 8 after party. I want to get you guys involved and you can sign up to be a part of it and actually be on camera and share your thoughts and be in my video by clicking the link in the description box. If you don't want to be in the video but you want to watch, then of course we're going to be streaming live on YouTube, and make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on any of the notifications for when I go live. But it's 2 ways that you can join, 2 ways that you can participate, and I cannot wait for this, y'all. All right, moving right along. Then it says Olivia makes things even worse. And y'all, I think that this is because they don't know that she's drinking yet. I really believe that Olivia still tries to cover up the fact that she's drinking in the same way that she tried to cover up the car crash and that she was actually responsible for the car crash. And that's what makes things worse. And that's why Billy, Laura, and Jordan are worried because they don't necessarily know what's going on. I think if they were to know or if it came out, then they would be able to take action and they would be able to know, like, okay, this is what we're going to do now. But the worry comes in similar to what we saw when Laura tested Olivia's hair because she was worried. She had no idea what's going on. The worry comes in when you don't know something. So I still believe that there is something that they do not know. And I think that it is the fact that Olivia is drinking. I don't think that that's going to come out just yet, which ultimately could also bring Spencer to this place of figuring out difficult truths, because in addition to Olivia asking him to switch seats with her in the car when they have the car crash, but she probably also asked him not to tell anybody that she's been drinking. And if we know our boy Spencer, that is a huge conflict for him. That's not how he rolls. He tries to keep it honest. Aside from the Layla thing, y'all, don't bring that up. Like, he already atoned for that and he already apologized and all that. I know y'all gonna be, but he was lying to Layla. Okay. But for the most part, Spencer likes to keep it straightforward, transparent, and I think, especially when it's something so life or death like Olivia's sobriety, it's gonna be hard for him to try to keep that secret just because she asked. And on a lighter note, Billy is searching for a kicker and is surprised by who the number 1 candidate turns out to be. Thank God, y'all, because Crenshaw has been struggling this whole entire season. They literally lost the game behind their BS kicker. I really don't know right now who the kicker is going to be. I kind of feel like it's going to be some type of new student or a new reveal. It's not somebody that we know already. For whatever reason, I really feel like that, because even when I'm thinking about who we know to be on the team, I don't think it's Frost, though. He's defense. It's not Jabari. He's defense as well. So I can't really think of who the kicker could possibly be. So we might be getting another new character, another new teammate on the team, but it will be somebody who comes with some type of history and somebody that Billy has known before. If it's one thing All American gonna do is that they not gonna forget about Asher, child. Let me talk a little bit about Asher. So Montez gives Asher a tough choice about his football career, and I'm totally speculating here, y'all. I have no idea, because Where I'm going with it, I feel like this shouldn't be the case for an adult or a coach to tell a high school player, but this is what I'm thinking. I think that Montez sees promise in Asher as a coach, not necessarily as a player. And she is probably going to start to try to push him to step more into a place of leadership and coaching versus focusing on being the star. And we know that Asher wants to be the star, right? Like Asher has had conflict the last 2 seasons because Spencer James shows up, he becomes the wide receiver that everybody knows. That's the same position that Asher plays. And while Asher isn't terrible, he's also not the star anymore, and that's something that he's been actively chasing. So I think that the conversation that's had between Montez and Asher is one about, what do you want more? Do you want to be on an impactful team that actually wins and you are most celebrated and treasured behind closed doors, and that you are the leader behind the greatness or the players that are the, stars? Or do you want to actually be a star? And that is probably going to be the thing that Asher struggles with most because Asher struggles with a lot of ego things. And y'all, at the end of this dang on synopsis, they're going to give us a little bit of Coop like we care what she got going on anymore. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Coop makes a decision about school. Didn't she already do that? Didn't she say she was walking away from everything that no longer served her? She was quitting everything that was in her way. She had had enough. Coop face. Like, I can't. I think that the decision that she makes about school is that she's going to decide to return. Thank God her mom comes back, I guess, and talks some sense into her and tell her that she needs a high school diploma because, girl, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing, Coop? That's ultimately what I think the decision is going to be. Coop is going to decide to return to school, and hopefully she decides to also rethink some of the ways that she's been thinking and how she's been moving. I don't think that her and Spencer are going to make up anytime soon, but this is a start for her to start to recant and go back on some of the dumb decisions that she's made in her life and isolating herself in this way. So that's what I believe we're going to see with that. And there you have it. You asked me to give you the breakdown of what I felt like this episode 9 synopsis meant. This episode 9 is titled Testify, and I broke it down for y'all. Those are all the things that I'm thinking. But now it's your turn. I want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you are predicting. Jump down into the comment section and tell me that below. Also, put 4 Thunderbolt emojis in your comments so that I know that you a real one and you made it to the end of this video. And I gotta show you some extra love. Shout out to all my real ones who watch all my videos all the way through. I really, really appreciate y'all. Like, y'all have no idea how much I love and adore y'all. I get up every day and I make these videos, 1, because I love the show, but 2, because I love y'all. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Come on and join the tribe by hitting subscribe. Give this video a like. I'm Erica Vane and I post new All-American videos every day. Sometimes, like today, twice a day. And I got your back on the All-American front as well as other amazing series breakdown. I'm covering Snowfall, Queen Sugar, Grownish, Power Book 2. You name it, I'm talking about it. And then also drop a comment if you want me to cover something else. We are building up the best entertainment, television, and film tribe on the internet. In the comment section, my subbies are the ones who are talking in depth about shows. We are connecting with each other around the things that we like and love, sharing our deepest thoughts, and you should join us. I promise you're going to love it here. Like I promise. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out my All About All American playlist. Y'all, I done dropped over 75 videos, so I know you missed 1 or 2, so go ahead and double back on that. And check out a Snowfall video here or Queen Sugar video here. I'll see y'all in my next amazing All American video. Bye.